Hi, I'm Rusty Cottrell, physical therapist. Ever since I was 15, I wanted to have a long, healthy life.
And I'm Debbie Cottrell, registered dietitian, specializing in preventative medicine. They call it functional medicine now, but very interested in healthy longevity. Do you find yourself at retirement age or thinking about retirement, but not having any savings, not having anything set aside, no way to retire, and thinking that you might be one of those that has to work into their later years? What we want to share with you today is something that you'll find brings a lot of hope.
We found ourselves there 10 years ago, and especially after 2008 and 2009, the market crashed that ruined our hopes and chances of ever retiring. I looked at myself as a healthy person. I could probably work into my late 80s, but I just wondered how many patients would come see me as a physical therapist when I'm over 80. And I didn't think many would. So I thought, well, I could give out food samples at Costco.
we
Wasn't
did
looking forward to that.
we did meet some older people handing out food samples at Costco, and just out of curiosity, this one gentleman, we asked him, "Do you do this for fun?" And he said, "No, I actually have medical bills I'm trying to pay off." So didn't have that buffer in his retirement to help with those medical bills.
We had never known anyone personally who made any money in this direct sales market, but we got so excited about the science of what we actually had as a physical therapist and dietitian. We got so excited about it, we just want to share with everyone that we knew.
And the reason was because from the science, we realized that every body will benefit from this. We don't make any health claims as far as going to cure, treat, prevent, or mitigate disease. But I'll tell you, what we have seen has been absolutely game-changing. As a dietitian, I always thought I was trained to sort of put a Band-Aid over a symptom. And with this, I realized this got down to the root cause, which in functional medicine, preventative medicine, that's what you want to do. You want to get right down to the root, and you want to find out what's causing this so that we can get rid of the root and not just put that Band-Aid over the symptom. The science blew me away. I was absolutely amazed. Not to mention the fact that the biochemist that helped to formulate this particular formula, there were many universities that knew his stellar reputation as a biochemist and chose to study this particular activator at their own cost.
This product activated a pathway, genetic pathway, that may be the most extraordinary preventative breakthrough in the history of medicine. So as a physical therapist, dietitian, that really got our attention. So let's back up just a little bit. So I had a patient that came into my office one day and wanted to share some information with me, and they wanted me to start a business. I was very busy in my busy practice. I had no desire to look into that. And so I just kind of blew her off.
And I was working at the office as office manager, billing person, and also homeschooling 4 of our 6 kids at the time. And I just went, I do not need another job. And so I wasn't interested either.
Fortunately for me, my daughter, my oldest daughter, actually worked in my clinic, and she listened to this patient. And she kept listening to this patient, and she kept telling me, "Dad, you need to look into it." So months went by, and finally she said, "I think I'm going to join the company." I said, "Wait a second, hold your horses." And so I did go and look at the science, and I had someone that understood the science talk to me, and completely shifted my understanding of epigenetics, nutrigenomics, nutrients that affect the way your genes express themselves. And from my experience of wanting longevity, it was very exciting. So I jumped in with both feet and just started going and just sharing with everyone that I knew. And they started paying me. And then it began to dawn on me, maybe this could actually be the answer to retirement.
A vehicle for retirement, yes. And when you got excited about the science, I went, okay, I'm going to have to put on my dietitian glasses, take a look at this, do the deep dive. And like I said, what I saw was amazing, and I too wanted to share this with everyone. So it helped because then we could build that business together.
I mean, when we found out that you could actually affect the way 200 and more genes are expressed every single day, and those genes all make different products, and you could take one thing that changed those genes' expression to be healthier, it was super exciting.
So our son tunes pianos, and if you've ever seen a piano being tuned, every single string has to be tuned just right. Could you imagine if there was one button, one string that could be tuned that would tune all the rest of them? That's what this activation does in this NRF2 pathway.
And it's exciting because we also have peer-reviewed journal articles, studies that were done by private universities on their own dime, and that's very rare. And then we have an ABC primetime hit piece that actually they went in to try to debunk it and proved it worked.
And that aired nationally, and the sales skyrocketed.
So anyway, we have an offer to you to join us, join our team.
So if you have any interest, make sure that you throw a comment into the comments below, and we'll get back to you on that information. And maybe you found that business isn't for you, don't need the retirement, doing good, but I'm interested in the product. Throw a comment down there as well, because this activator and the lineup of activators that this company has formulated is incredible. And I would love to have you at least just take a look at it and know what's available for you and your health.
And if you're interested, there's a video right here on activation, kind of what it is. Check that out as well.
Thanks so much for joining us. We'd love to have you hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss future episodes. And feel free to pass this on to someone who needs this information. And until next time, aloha.